This is one of the easiest and cheapest ways to turn your hub shelter into a hot tent without cutting a hole through your brand new tent. Or maybe it's not brand new, but you just don't want to cut a hole in it. And now if you're wondering if you want to convert your ice hub into a hot tent, the only thing you need is basically a stove jack for your wood stove to go through without burning your shack. I run my Otter double hub Monster Lodge right through this. I see a lot of people running their chimneys at a 45. Now if the wind were to switch, then you'd get a wicked backdraft and you'd be filling up your tent with just pure smoke. One of the benefits to doing it this way with a solid sheet is basically your chimney has a solid rest on versus like some people making theirs out of welding blankets and more soft material. And now even though this is a solid platform, I recommend you use some sort of chimney sleeve to go through here. That way you're guaranteed not to burn your tent down. And now if you don't use one, this metal piece here could still get hot and melt your tent and even possibly catch it on fire. And now if you want to know what a chimney sleeve is, I'll be doing a video in the near future on how to make one of those chimney sleeves. How it works is lets air in through here. It cools off each wall. This one's usually red hot, this one's hot, and this one's warm to the touch, I guess you would say, and it really protects your tent from it burning. So basically you're gonna need two things for this. You're gonna need self-adhesive Velcro, and you're gonna need this like metal stuff, which I think is part of an air duct. And you could buy it. I'll put it up on the screen here. This is from Home Depot. It is $11.98. It's crazy because the Velcro is more expensive than that. So basically together it's gonna cost you $42 instead of buying the professional stove jacks, which cost a lot more than this option. So being up here in the bush, I had to do some digging around to actually find some ductwork. So this was basically free for me, but also for you guys. You could probably find some laying around too if you go to like a scrap metal yard, or like maybe not for free, but for a lot cheaper than $11 if you really want to save even more. But I'll stop talking, let's get into it. So basically all I'm gonna do is trace on the Otter window onto this air duct here thing. And so basically I'm just gonna use a square. I marked all the corners. So there you have it. Just an old piece of ducting that I found laying around in the snow. Now, wear your safety goggles, you guys. You only get 2 eyeballs. Otherwise, you're cooked. And there you have it. I'm gonna sand down these sharp edges with a sander here right away, but it's pretty flexible. So if you wanted to later, like you could roll it up and put it in the stove later too if you want. There it is. Pretty identical, I would say. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna trace this right in the middle here, and this goes right through here. So you don't melt your tent. That ought to do it. Okay, so phone just died. I finished cutting this, and like a glove. So basically now, I'm just gonna, I Got the grinder to a sand bit there. I'm just gonna sand all this down and corners and edges and all the rough edges here so that I don't cut my tent or cut myself. And there you have it, 90% finished, right there, simple. I think the most time consuming thing about it was just trying to sand down all these sharp edges, to be honest. So basically now I'm just gonna dry it off, make sure it's really dry good. Nobody tell Hope I'm using her drying towel for this. So for the Velcro, we're gonna be using the Velcro brand, or whatever the heck this is. It says it's for extreme outdoors, and it holds up to 15 pounds, 6.8 kilograms, and it takes 15 minutes to cure, I believe it says. Operating temperature is negative 18 degrees Celsius, or 0 Fahrenheit, to 60 degrees Celsius, or 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So, I mean, that sounds pretty good if I'm gonna be using it for a chimney. And now I'll link this down below so that way you guys purchase it or find it. If you want a better look, you can just go down, click on the link and get a better look at this. And then maybe you could Google it and find it at a store near wherever you guys are from. But yeah, heavy duty Velcro, extreme outdoor fastener. All right, so I've cut up the Velcro into pieces. I realize I'm short. Yeah, basically I'm just gonna be spreading these out along the window to basically hold it in there. And basically, there's your finished product. But I mean, obviously if you had the Velcro, you would put it all the way around, but I mean, I can't really go to the store in the bush here and go get some more, so I'm just gonna make it work with what I got.